a lot going on behind the scenes with Khamzat that a lot of people don't know about. That Chechnyan dictator, his two sons were his cornermen. Do you want that to be the face of the middleweight division, one of the faces of the UFC, knowing there's these ties to this horrible dictator?
Hey, I'm gonna smash that guy and knock him out 1 minute, guys. I promise you. I kick you ass and his ass together. Come in the cage.
The boogeyman. You're gonna see him break. You're gonna see him break in there, and then realize there's only one boogeyman, and that's me.
I believe the guy, so wanna meet him as well. So always people talking about the life. Life is going really fast, So I'm already 31. I feels like I remember I was like 6-7 years. I think it was like yesterday, I have to believe God and do good things before I met him, So you have to be ready for that. If you're not ready to die when it comes, you will be scared, man. So maybe that thing, or I'm thinking like about that, so it makes me who I am today.
You have to wonder, could the UFC's most terrifying rising star be hiding a dark secret? Because there's a serious controversy surrounding Khamzat Chimaev that many fans still don't know about, and it involves dangerous political ties that could permanently change how the entire world views him.
Yeah, I think the favourite would have to be Dricus. The only things I can really say with any sort of certainty is that Chimaev will get Dricus to the mat. But if Chimaev doesn't finish Dricus there, I find it hard for him to win. I think the longer the fight goes, Dricus is more favourable. Chimaev has outstanding first round finishes, but every fight that's gone the distance has been close.
Don't do the world class competitors. And he could do it at any given moment in any aspect, whether it was striking, grappling, wrestling. He had world-class guys from each genre. And it was like he was just playing with his food.
Everyone knows Khamzat Chimaev as the ruthless destroyer who dominates opponents inside the octagon. But behind the scenes, it's a very different picture. He's been spotted spending time with Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov. Even more shocking, Kadyrov's own sons have appeared in Chimaev's corner during fights. Just think about that. One of the UFC's biggest potential superstars maintaining direct ties with a regime widely accused of major human rights violations. This controversy has sparked intense outrage online and raised uncomfortable questions about Chimaev's associations. But political connections aren't the only thing fans are starting to question.
It's hard to go out to the people, I like the people when they love me and they can come forth and they take pictures and stuff. This fight for me has to be ready, don't get sick, and to show up to the fight and gives to my fans the thing they love. We go to the mall, if somebody gets sick and he's a big fan, he's gonna come for me, and maybe we get that sickness, so has to be careful for that. So that's why I'm
for Khamzat to go, I think number 11, maybe he's gonna fight Neil Magny. No one will fight him 11 through fucking 3, and they go, all right, here's Gilbert Burns. And I'm a guy, I've been all over his Czechostanian nuts, dude.
I would be happy if they gives me a fight there, but I don't think so.
Well, I mean, look, do you feel like that this is a divisive kind of announcement that they made?
I don't know. I don't understand why they're gonna put the fights over there as well. I don't understand.
Agreed.
Yeah. So why the politics use sport together? I don't know.
When Chimaev first began climbing the ranks, everyone was talking about his serious lung issues, problems so severe they nearly ended his career. Critics wondered whether he could really go 5 championship rounds with a potentially compromised gas tank. Brendan Schaub, however, thinks all of that is behind him. He points out that Chimaev pushed through 3 brutal rounds against elite fighters like Gilbert Burns and Kamaru Usman without even appearing tired. But the real test is coming when he steps into a 5-round war against Dricus du Plessis. Will this be the fight that finally silences the doubters? Or will it expose the weakness everyone suspects might still be there?
Ever missed the six-pack when you blow up between fights?
I'd rather be fat and happy than ripped, and like these people who are ripped all year round aren't happy. I'm not arsed. I don't care what they say. This six-pack's sound, I look great, but I'd rather be fat.
Then there's Paddy Niblet, a fan favorite known for his humor, charisma, and brutal honesty about his weight struggles. Paddy is notorious for ballooning up between fights, sometimes gaining as much as 60 pounds. Cutting all that weight to make lightweight leaves him miserable and starving. But he's unapologetic about it, saying he'd rather be fat and happy than shredded and miserable. But now Paddy is facing criticism from fighters like Dan Hooker, who claim the UFC is showing him unfair favoritism, possibly allowing him to skip the line for a title shot against featherweight champion Ilia Topuria.
Did you break your arm at some point in the fight?
Just a scratch. We'll have to see.
Hooker's accusations highlight a much deeper controversy within UFC matchmaking. So many fighters have been grinding for years, putting their bodies on the line, yet they feel completely disrespected when big names like Pimblett get fast-tracked into massive money fights. You start to wonder, could this kind of favoritism push legends like Justin Gerda to retire out of pure frustration? This UFC rankings drama isn't just gossip. It exposes a troubling business reality where popularity often gets rewarded over actual merit. But that internal chaos is only one part of the fight, because the legal battles happening outside the cage might shake up the entire sport very soon.
When did the recklessness show up? What age was the reckless?
I think it was after, it might have been after I retired from boxing.
First, what was that?
Yeah, I was 30, I believe I was like 38 years old.
Boxing legend Oscar de la Hoya recently came out firing, accusing TKO, the UFC's parent company, of planning to strip fighters of key protections under the Muhammad Ali Act. According to Oscar, if this goes through, it would open the door for the UFC to exploit fighters with extremely restrictive, unfair contracts. The same model critics argue is already used in MMA.
I was very happy that the doctor stopped the fight because I don't get paid by rounds, I get paid by wins. So as soon as I finish, it's better for me. But I think it was the right decision. His eyes were
Fighters' rights are on the line. Lawsuits are beginning to form, and this legal war could permanently reshape combat sports as we know them. So is the UFC actually playing dirty? Or is Oscar de la Hoya simply stirring up chaos to get attention? While that battle rages on, another UFC decision has left fans furious and confused.
Khamzat has been showing great stuff, and I just don't think that he'll be able to take him out in the first round or second, and 5 rounds eventually will favor.
Have you got between Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev?
Oh man, that's a tough one. But if I had to pick, if Chimaev takes him down, I think maybe DDP would have a rough night.
Your fight on August 16th is one of the most anticipated of the year. The guys in the back, the boys in the back, the producers of the show, they say it's their most anticipated fight of the year. Certainly New York Ricks, and it's warranted, and I think it's for several reasons. You have gained this momentum as a champion, and also it's Khamzat's first title fight. And I think the easy question to ask you is, how do you feel about being the underdog? I feel like everyone asks you that. But I am getting the sense, and I want to know if you feel the same, that you are finally starting to get the respect that you deserve as champion, where people are starting to say like, oh, you know what? If this goes past the first or second, it's DDP. Like if you looked into a crystal ball and you know the outcome of the fight, and it's a fight that was won in the championship rounds or via decision, DDP won this fight, as opposed to maybe a year ago where it's like, oh, Khamzat's just going to steamroll through whomever is the champion. Are you starting to feel that as well? Are you starting to feel like people are finally giving you that respect?
Well, let me tell you this. I mean, you just spoke about 2 years ago that said you would steamroll me. That just shows you how MMA works. It's one day you're the hero, one day you're the zero.
I think it's the two best guys in the division right now. Obviously, the champion defending against Khamzat, who's a huge superstar. I'm really excited for it. I'll be tuning in. I can't wait to watch that fight. I think, obviously, Khamzat, if he's able to get him down, I think he will finish him. But I think he has to do it within 2 rounds, maybe 3 rounds max, where I think it kind of leans in DDP's favor. Because we've obviously seen that Khamzat, his style requires so much energy that he does get tired later on if he can't get the finish, and you can't afford to be tired against a guy like Dricus who's just going to keep coming after you. But yeah, I really don't know who wins that fight, to be honest. It's 50-50.
I think anything under 2 rounds is Chimaev. I think anything over is Dricus. I think it's going to be hard for Chimaev to get him out of there like he has other guys. I think in deep waters, Dricus is going to be something Chimaev's never had before. You know, that guy, say what you want about him. I'm not a fan of him, but I will give him his props. I'll give him his flowers where he deserves, and that dude can make it a fight, and he can dig deeper probably than anyone. He's very good at digging deep, and that's respectable by.
Check this out. Heavyweight contender Martin Buddy was suddenly cut from the UFC roster. This happened despite his impressive 7-1 UFC record and a 3-fight winning streak. Fans online erupted in disbelief. How do you cut someone who keeps winning? Critics immediately slammed Dana White, claiming the UFC prioritizes drama and entertainment over real talent. Buday's shocking release has sparked intense debate and forced fans to question what the company truly values. Because in today's UFC, winning clearly isn't always enough. Yet even in the middle of all this chaos, the fight world refuses to slow down.
Big one too. It's hard for me to imagine Khamzat like being able to outpace DDP. If Khamzat can take him down, submit him, he'll win. But outside that, I think DDP is just like too awkward, too wild. But he's also not the best grappler, so I don't know. That one's kind of a toss-up a little bit.
Yes, sir. The title fight is coming up with Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev. What do you...
Khamzat's a beast, so DDP is just weird and stubborn. He's got willpower.
And is that a fight that you want back?
See what happens.
It's a very interesting fight. Every time I've picked against Dricus, he's won. He's really good, man. He's just very physical, and Khamzat's a very physical guy too. And it'll be interesting to see who can go out there and implement their physicality. Khamzat's just I've seen him train. I've seen what he's capable of. I do believe it's a winnable fight for him. So I don't know. It's hard to make it's hard to make a pick.
Khamzat Chimaev finally in a championship setting. That is the #1 fight in the sport. Total chaos. I'm trying to not cuss here. I can't imagine a better matchup when they lock the door behind those guys. It's bulletproof matchmaking, and we'll see you guys mid-August in Chicago.
Is that a fight you care to have, or you don't really think about it?
Oh, the guys, I beat the guys who beats him, you know, so it's like, maybe in future if he wins a couple of fights, but I don't think so he will do that. So in the last 5 years he won only 1 fight.
Khamzat over here. You mentioned Abu Dhabi. Would you like to fight on that October card? You know, that is a quick turnaround.
Of course, of course. It wasn't my bad, it wasn't my fault, you know. I didn't have, everyone knows I didn't have the visa to US. That's why I didn't fight only once in Abu Dhabi. So now Donald Trump here, so we go for a fight.
You know, when you first came in, you were very active, the UFC was pushing you, it felt like he's gonna fight for the title quickly. It's been several years. How do you feel about getting the title shot now in this moment in your life personally?
I don't think so much about the belt. I have a couple of millions coming after the fight on my bank account. That's the important thing. So I want to fight, beat that guy, you know. That's the important for me. It doesn't matter, so I will be ready. I hope there's no injury, nothing's gonna happen in the fight. So, and fight in Abu Dhabi. So maybe defend the belt, maybe fight somebody. I'm doing my business, so it doesn't matter if they give me money. So I will fight anyone.
Is there a world where you could end up fighting Islam Makhachev at 170?
We will see who is gonna be the champ there, but I don't know. It's the fastest way, if the guy wins the fight, fastest way to get the pound for pound, #1.
Who DM'd who? Did you DM Paulo's fiance, or did she DM you?
Why should I DM somebody's wife, bro? Like, she DM me before the fight, like, when I announced the fight, like, Khamzat, please don't take it seriously, we must try to make money and hype. I don't care what they say, just gonna fuck your boy up, that's it. So, and then he takes it like, oh, personally and stuff, you know.
The UFC schedule is absolutely packed with must-watch matchups. Benoit Saint Denis versus Thiago Moises promises fireworks in Paris. Rising stars Javid Bashara and Chris Gutierrez are set for a classic striker versus grappler showdown. Irene Aldana takes on jiu-jitsu phenom Beatriz Mesquita in Rio, and Dominic Reyes is hunting redemption against Carlos Ulberg. Every one of these fights comes with its own storyline. Hometown heroes, style clashes, redemption arcs, and high-stakes pressure that fans can't look away from. From Khamzat Chimaev's secret controversies to Paddy Pimblett's struggles to Oscar de la Hoya's warnings and Martin Bude's shocking release. The entire UFC universe is overflowing with drama both inside and outside the cage. In the end, one thing is crystal clear. In the fight game, the battles beyond the octagon can hit even harder than the ones inside it.